Hi, this is Kimberly Miller. I'm the weather reporter for the Palm Beach Post. I've been talking to forecasters all day about this system that's about to hit Puerto Rico and seeing what effects it might have on us. The 2 p.m. update just came in, and it's still got an 80% chance of development into a tropical cyclone. The Air Force Hurricane Hunter did fly into it this morning. They couldn't find any closed circulation, and needs a closed circulation to be called a tropical cyclone. They did find tropical storm force winds, but with no closed circulation, it's not a cyclone yet. Now, because it's still kind of weak, the forecast tracks are not in complete agreement where it's going to go. They were hoping yesterday that it was going to go under Hispaniola here because the mountains are 10,000-foot peaks, and that can help break it up before it gets into these very warm waters over the Bahamas, and that's one of the things they're very concerned about because, oh, here it is you can see the convection. It looks pretty impressive, but it's not stacked up. They're thinking the low pressure system right now is kind of to the north with the thunderstorms to the south, and it needs to get stacked up, and that will help with the closed circulation. Here it is, visible satellite imagery, and you can see the difference between this is Tropical Storm Gaston that's supposed to be a hurricane at any moment, and here's this little system, 99L. It's just still kind of disheveled, not forming yet. But if it gets into the very warm waters of the Bahamas, which are 86 to 88 degrees, it could intensify very quickly, and that's one of the things that the forecasters are concerned about, a quick intensification on our coast, or just maybe ducking under to the Keys and then into the Gulf, and if it gets into the Gulf, it could be a hurricane. It could be a hurricane right off our coast. Won't go into, if you're interested, here's the steering system, the high pressure steering system, and that's kind of what's moving it closer to our shores. But don't freak out yet. Let's remember last year when we had Tropical Storm Erica, and we were all thinking that it was going to be a hurricane hitting us. We went into a state of emergency, everyone cleared the shelves of supplies, and it went over Hispaniola and it fizzled. It was nothing by the time it got over the island. So there's no cause for alarm right now. If you haven't prepared, you might want to get your list together and go shopping. Here's our Storm 2016 page on the Palm Beach Post. It has everything you need to know about what you need to get for the coming system.
Can we have one question from Patrick? He wants to know when it will hit Palm Beach.
Well, it's not even clear if it's going to hit Palm Beach yet. It's possible that it goes underneath of us if it takes a lower track, or it might just fizzle completely. I mean, the models are everywhere, from Category 1 hurricane to just a lot of rain this weekend, and we'll know more hopefully tomorrow and Friday. And that's why you just want to be prepared. Don't stress out, but just get things in order. And so if you want to see some of the things that I have in my to-go box, just want to make sure you have lots of lights. This one has a radio, NOAA weather radio, flashlight. That's super helpful. And headlamp. I buy one of these every year because I never remember if I have one or not. So I have several lamps. That's why it's still in package. Make sure you have food enough for 3 days. And you want to have water, 1 per person per day. So just have your supplies ready. Again, check out our Storm 2016 page or check out my Weather Plus blog. This is Kimberly Miller with the Palm Beach Post.
Actually, Kim, one more question.
One more question.
Sorry.
Okay, that's right.
Dawn wants to know, when will we know anything better, anything more or better?
You know, it was unfortunately they thought they were going to know more today, and actually today it's a little more squirrely than it was yesterday. So now we're saying hopefully we'll know better tomorrow or Friday. It's just a waiting game to see if this thing starts to form up, and we'll have to listen to the Hurricane Center. You know, again, they don't have it as a tropical cyclone yet, but they said it could form into one at any time over the next couple of days.
Angie says, is it still a tropical storm or Cat 1 right now?
It's neither right now. Right now it's just a low pressure system, and low pressure system, hurricanes are the king of low pressure systems, but it's just a low pressure system with some thunderstorms, lots of rain. Now if it gets that closed circulation, that's when it becomes a tropical storm and then could ramp up to a hurricane.
Sally would like to know, what's the food that you have in that Ziploc bag?
I have got some Trader Joe's mixed nuts, Cliff Bar, gosh, everything, oatmeal, sesame crackers. I have some, this is really childish, but I have some yogurt to go. Granola bars are good, but I like to have these tuna packets because they're light. So if you do have to evacuate or go to a shelter, you can easily throw those in and eat them right out of the packet. Okay.
And Beverly would like to know, what day might we start feeling any effects from the storm?
They're saying Sunday, Monday. So probably get stuff together by Saturday, because you don't want to be, if it is something that intensifies at the last minute, you don't want to be trying to get all your stuff together as the storm's hitting.
Marta wants to know, what about Key West?
Key West is totally in the game. In fact, yesterday they were saying anywhere from the Keys to South Carolina. And so now it's anywhere from Louisiana to South Carolina. And this thing could go anywhere. It's just because it's so weak, it's really hard to determine at this point where it's going to go.
Francie says, I have my daughter's first birthday party. However, she doesn't say when. Should she cancel it?
Uh-oh.
I assume on the weekend.
Well, happy birthday, first of all. You know, it's still going to be stormy this weekend. It's going to be a normal weekend with afternoon thunderstorms. So keep that in mind. And you might want to check the National Weather Service in Miami's website for more hour-by-hour forecasting they have. There's going to be a 3 p.m. Meeting today with the National Weather Service in Miami. I'll be on that call. So I'll have updates after that on my Weather Plus blog.
And we have a couple more questions coming in. Excel, I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but are we getting hit in Stewart?
Stewart is in the game also. Anywhere up along the coast of Florida right now is in the, it's not even a cone of uncertainty yet. It's not even a cone of terror. It is just an area that's, you know, possibly could get hit by this system.
And another one from Eva. She wants to know, will we need shutters if it's a tropical storm?
You know, that's up to you. I was debating today whether if it was a tropical storm or Category 1, if I'd put my shutters on. Usually with tropical storms, you don't need your shutters, but I don't want to say not to, and then something happens. So I wouldn't put them up on my house if it was a tropical storm. Okay, again, this is Kimberly Miller with the Palm Beach Post. Don't forget to check out my weather blog at palmbeachpost.com.